Well, check this guy out. This Aqua therapy pool is being used to help horses recover from leg injuries. Those who work with the horses say the water allows the horses to get the exercise they need to recover without the impact. So far, more than 100 horses have been rehabilitated using this type of therapy. With a little water and a lot of TLC, the horses are able to get back on their feet.
Makes sense.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Well, we really will go to great lengths to make sure that the ones we love, even if they're covered in hair, feel better.
And sometimes the thing that's causing them the most pain can barely be seen by the naked eye. We're talking about harmful parasites. Now that summer has arrived, our pets are spending more time outdoors, exposing them to the little buggers. In today's Angie's List report, how to prevent parasite problems before they start.
Joe Kaiser says he knows firsthand the importance of protecting his 2 dogs each month.
On the heartworm, each of them get a pill. And on the flea and tick, we put it back here on their shoulder blades.
With warmer temperatures, you have to be extra vigilant because there are many outdoor considerations.
Being a volunteer at the Humane Society, I see too many animals with heartworm coming in with fleas and ticks. And I see this and I feel so sorry for them because they're suffering.
But just like Joe, Angie Hicks, founder of Angie's List, says you too can prepare your furry friend by protecting them from parasites.
Especially during these summer months, preventative care for your pets is really important when it comes to parasites because it's very easy for them to pick up fleas, for example, and the treatment is much more expensive than the preventative maintenance is.
There are 3 common parasites pet owners should be aware of. Fleas are the most common. A good brushing will probably allow you to spot them.
If you brush against your pet's fur or look underneath them and you see black pepper or pepper-looking dots on their bedding, that's a fairly good sign that fleas are there.
And the thing about fleas is it can be a time-consuming process to get rid of them for good.
It takes about 3 months for a flea egg to develop into a flea adult. So the adults that you're seeing on your pet today are laying eggs that aren't going to hatch for another 3 months.
Fleas can jump up to 2 feet in the air, which makes your 4-legged friend's fur their personal breeding ground.
They can make pets who are allergic to fleas very sick as far as their skin is concerned, and flea allergy dermatitis is one of our most common presenting signs in the spring and summer.
Flea bites itch, which can lead to excessive scratching, licking, and biting at the skin. They can also cause hair loss and tapeworms in both cats and canines. And speaking of cats, Angie's List has a heads up for indoor cat owners. Even if your feline friend never takes a single step outdoors, human can easily track fleas in from outdoors.
The important thing to also keep in mind when it comes to pets and parasites is that they don't just impact your pet. For example, I recently heard from a woman that had an indoor cat, and the cat got out one day, came back with fleas. Not only did she have to treat the pet, but she also had to try to rid her home of fleas as well, which is not an easy task.
Heartworms are another concern. While you should administer heartworm prevention medication year-round, it's especially important when the weather gets warmer because they're spread by mosquitoes.
A mosquito will suck blood out of an infected dog or cat, fly over to the neighbor's house, and then take a second blood meal off of that dog or cat and inject the worms into that pet.
Preventing heartworm disease is much easier than treating it. A monthly chewable can help protect your pet from heartworms, but you'll need to obtain a prescription from your vet. Another parasite a pet can pick up from the outdoors is ticks. Vets suggest checking your dog regularly for ticks since they can transmit Lyme disease.
Most of our ticks we find from dogs that aren't necessarily hiking out in wooded areas but are just in their backyard.
Signs of Lyme disease in dogs include lameness from inflammation in their joints and lack of appetite and depression. If the disease progresses, it can damage the kidneys. A vet can treat Lyme disease with antibiotics, but your dog may be left with lingering joint pain. As far as tick prevention, Angie's List says you can apply a topical treatment or fit them with a tick collar.
Now, we touched on treatment. Angie's List says there are very effective products that protect against all of these parasites at a fraction of the cost. The best source for these products is your veterinarian. He or she has extensive knowledge of the parasite life cycles and the products used to protect our pets and the environment.
just can't take too good a care of them. As a matter of fact, we're taking our 2 in this Saturday.
Are you
Got a
really?
lot to do with them.
Good for you.
So now we've talked, let's turn to our health since we've talked about our friend's health. When it comes to physical fitness, tennis is sure to whip you into shape. So we thought we'd send Delmarva Life's Sean Stryker to a little workout today to get his blood pumping. Sean, how you doing?
Yeah, Jimmy and Lisa, they have me out here playing tennis. I'm sweating, my heart rate's going. And coming up next, I'll be taking on some of the sport's future stars.
Yeah, well, here's someone who could probably run circles around Sean on the court. Tennis great Lindsay Davenport. She joins us next to talk about the sport she loves and what it takes to get the little ones involved too. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.